like you feel that yes, now I am in safe place in train or on aircraft on or train, it may be or any other public vehicle.
Okay, I can. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bimlaji, you can proceed first.
In my good evening, all of you. In my prospectus, this all the vehicles they have advantage and disadvantage. And if I talk about the vehicles which run on the road, if we compare with other vehicles, they have some advantage and disadvantage there, because we feel that little bit safe on road. The reason is, if it get crushed or means collided by some other vehicles, there is chance. Sometimes according to the situation, we cannot tell that yeah, or each and always there will be a chance. Not that. Sometimes we have little bit chance to survive. And comparative in air crash or in the water, there is less chance. In air, almost we can't predict to see that the last of many years, the survive or means the survival of the chance is very less. The reason is, we see that the incident which occurred recently, that only 5 minutes, I think 5 minutes, it was going to be land. That time it happened. But suppose if it happens on the road, I think some type of survival chances we can hope. We can only hope. Sometimes it may or may not. I think comparatively this all transportation, what I feel is road is little bit, not that much, little bit safer. But otherwise, all each and all means the transportation, they have their own advantage and disadvantage. We feel that by flying in the sky or flight, we can travel very easily. We can reach safely over there. I don't feel that. Whenever I fly, I never feel safe. I never feel. I don't know, some type of scary happens to me. Recently, today morning, my son, he reached from South Africa to Mumbai. And last night, I didn't sleep. Honestly, I didn't sleep whole night, because recently that incident, we heard it. And after that, when he South Africa to Mumbai, when he reached, whole he's traveling, he's flying, he was flying over the Atlantic Ocean. So the condition, being a mother, always in my mind, only negative type of thoughts will go on. So it is not, I don't feel that safety, but if we having this type of thoughts, we cannot stop anyone also, because people, they have to travel, they need to explore, they want to explore. We have to reach, we have to travel many places. We cannot stop anywhere. See, we know that there are some what is dangerous things are there. Hazardas always will be there. Even if we travel, I know it. Sometimes the vehicle which we travel, that may also occur some accident. Then that doesn't mean that we are stopping our traveling. No, it won't. Even if we know these things, but we have to travel. We have to be a little more careful. And the people have to follow the traffic rules. We have to be careful. Same time, we know that these things, anytime, anywhere, any place, it will happen. That not knowingly, accident means it is accident. We don't know what is going to come in next few minutes. It's always accident. Nobody can predict it. Only we can be give awareness. We can create some awareness program, and we have to be more careful. That's only we can do. That's from my side.
I totally agree with you that, and you have raised an important part that we all feel safe when we travel by train or any other public vehicle. But personally, I think that it happens because, like, when we are traveling uh, on any, like, it may be aeroplane or train, on any other bus, we don't feel safe because it is not driving by us, because I'm not driving. But when we are driving any car or any vehicle personally, we feel more safe because we have confidence on ourselves. Yes, I will save myself because it is my lives. Anyhow, I will try to save my life. But on plane or on train, in a public vehicle, someone else is driving that. So we don't allow to like save our life to someone else. It may be the reason. And if I talk about my experience, because I have traveled many times on by flight or train many times, and but I only feel when I drive, because I personally I can drive four-wheeler. So whenever I drive, I have confidence that yes, I'm going to drive, no problem. But whenever anyone drives any car, so I also feel scared that even on aeroplane, look, when it lands, so everyone gets afraid that yet what is going to happen when it lands. So no problem, but we cannot do anything, because we have to go from one place to another place. If we want to reach fast, then we have to take a flight, and if we have time, then we can go easily by train. But train, I think, is quite safe than flight. But to be honest, we cannot go everywhere by public vehicle, by train. Like if you want to go Andaman from any part of India, so you cannot go by road. You have to go by ship, or you have to take any flight. Otherwise, you cannot go. So in that case, you have to believe on ship that yes, this is the only medium from where I will reach there. That is all from my side. And
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
absolutely right.
Yeah, when you drive, that is only safe. That is absolutely right. When we drive, we feel that, but the person who drives against us also has to also drive carefully.
yes,
That's for sure.
when I first traveled by flight, I did not sleep for a second. I was getting like what I can say. I was thinking that when it will land, because for the first time everyone feels scared that yes, when it will land, and when you are on the sky, so if any misfortune will happen, there is less chance to uh, get your life again. There's few chance. But if as ma'am has already mentioned that if your public vehicle, or even in the case of train, if it will collide with any other vehicle or train, so there is 50% chance that you may get your lives again, you may get recover again. But in the case of aircraft, there is no chance. Only God may save you.
Yeah, it is true. So, yeah, Avinash. Unmute yourself.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello. Yeah, in my opinion, all transport are very important nowadays because, in my opinion, nowadays village to city is not connectivity properly, and also there is not available the train service. Also, there is not getting the proper transportation service. So mostly people are use the bike, or auto rickshaw, yeah, bus, and also traveling this area. Also, mostly people are only the walking. So I give the one example. So my native palace not come to the bus because city to my native palace minimum 10 kilometer distance. But the government not possible to the government not possible to government not possible to reach send to the bus this area. So mostly people use the private transportation service. So I think all is the transportation is very important. And the second thing, the train transportation is very important, so because that time you are the journey through the train. That time the government give the insurance. Suppose you book the ticket, that time add the insurance. So that time any happen the incident, the train in train, that time you give the insurance amount also government pay the hospital bill. So the train is very important. But every village people is not possible to going to the train through, because nowadays only the train is available the macro area, big city area. So it's not properly the connectivity. So I think all this transportation is very important. And also I want to go to the America. So that time I use only the aeroplanes, but not used to the train or road. So all this transportation is very important, I think. Yeah, bro, mine finish.
Yeah. So where you feel, secure and safe mostly, which transportation?
Train.
Okay, by train. On the train. And do you know how to drive four-wheeler, bike, how to ride bike? Do you know ride bike, drive car?
No, no. Because
Okay.
nowadays mostly people suppose I am driving the correct, but the front of the person not the correct driving, because mostly people are drunk to the alcohol and also drive the car, yeah, motorcycle. So that can happen the accidents.
Yeah, it is unknowingly happen. So thank you, Avinash. So as per my thinking, as per my experience, really, always I feel secure. First thing when I believe on my sir. Whenever he drives in the Delhi, anywhere we go with my sir. So really, I feel secure because I can count on him blindly, and it has been long time we are staying together, we are here, and it has been I think 10 years, and I think 10 years, 8 or 10 years, so that's why I can blindly count on him. So at that time I feel secure really. And also on the train, on the bus, I always feel secure and safe, because I haven't feel, yeah, yet like any kind of like fear and something, because I what I'm thinking, this is a part of life, we should not fear about anything, because what will happen no one can stop. So that's why we should not fear anywhere. No one can stop it, something will going to collide, like suppose we are suffering, we are traveling by bus, train, or plane. It will happen, like it will cross, it will collide, so no one can stop that thing. So that's why I'm not afraid, because life is challenge according to me. So that's why I always feel everywhere it can be metro, it can be train, it can be plane, I feel secure and safe because I'm not worried about, because life is part of, it is part of life, we should not fear about, we should always fight, and we should not think in our mind actually, because when we started thinking, so really we automatically fear about to, and our heart is like always, what I say, feel very fear until we will not reach the place, so we afraid, we fear about it. So that's why I never
Yes,
feel any kind of fear in my life yet by traveling anywhere,
yes.
any vehicle. So
People,
this is
I
the
do
my
agree with you. People, I
what.
do agree with you. I do agree with you. But I'd like to say one thing, that it is it is out of our control. Sometimes
Yeah,
we cannot control our as you told that our life is all about struggle. But I know that our life is a journey between B and D, where
yeah.
B stands for birth and D stands for death. But everyone wants to live. No one wants to die on this planet, because our
Yeah,
every struggle, everything is depend, and we all want to live more and more. Is
yeah.
there anyone who wants to die? Because why we are doing everything? Because we want to live, we want to enjoy our life, we want to keep secure our family. So no one wants to die.
Yeah,
That
but
we
it,
feel scared, we become afraid whenever any misfortune is about to happen, or we think that yes, it may happen. We cannot control, it is a part of our emotion. It comes automatically from our internally, it comes internally.
yeah, but I think it's come on you and some people, but it's not come in mine. So that's why it was my experience.
So you
And you
should
said
go to the
that,
doctor.
you know, you said like everyone wants to survive more and more their life on this world. But some people, those who are unmature, they don't know exactly what is the life after falling in love, after stuck in somewhere, after taking a lot of money, loan, this kind of, they stuck to return. all that thing. They at the time they take stress and they want to commit suicide. They don't want to survive their life. So I think they have no they have no idea about life. They have no any idea of life. So that's why they are thinking this kind of, and they take also miss they take also wrong path. They do many things. Some people they consume poisonous. Some people they commit suicide because of some kind of stress and some kind of wrong they they have taken wrong decision. That's why. But yeah, it is true that everyone wants to survive their life on this world as much as they can. So yeah, we should give to chance
Yeah,
also Mohan.
Montu, I have one objection what you said.
Yeah.
The reason is, yeah, that most of the accidents happen we can't control. That I won't agree with you. Yeah, everyone, if they are careful, we can avoid it. Most of the accidents happen because of carelessness.
Yeah, it is.
That is the one reason. If you comparatively other means countries, not India or Nepal, this backward countries, I am not talking about. If you see abroad, they have rules and regulation. Public, they are following those rules. So the accident rate is very less
Yeah.
because people are aware of that. Why it is not happening there is, suppose what you said, according to that, sometimes it happen, it is not happening there. Why? The reason is people are very careful. So we have to most of the people, the pedestrians or the people those who drive, if they are careful, we can avoid most of our accidents.
I
Yeah.
think
Another one, um, yeah,
Yeah,
in
Malay.
this
somewhere
life
we
we
have
can
lack of moral
design our
education.
life ourselves. We can design our life ourselves, whether you want to struggle, whether you want to means suicide, or whether you want to enjoy. That I have to design my life, isn't it? That full responsibility is mine. I can live the life like just like a dead body. See, somewhere I have read that most people, they live up to 25, they die 80. That means they die 80 means they lived only 25. After that, these 55 years, they didn't live. They were just like, they were just a dead body. But they died at the age of 80, but they lived only 25. So
Yeah,
we can
Malay.
decide. Yeah,
Yes,
please.
uh, recently just when I was on leave, so when I was driving cycle on road, actually I don't have any bike, so I drive cycle wherever I go by cycle. Okay, so when I was
Fine.
driving cycle, I was I think in market, so two or three boys they were riding bike so fast. So I noticed them that when they were driving, they were not like scared. They were like tensionless that what would
Yeah.
happen if we would collide with anyone. But we are the normal guys who drive
Yeah.
cycle, who go by foot from the footpath on the road. They get scared that yes, if they will collide with us, what will happen? Because maximum number of like if you talk about in village, because if any accident will happen, no one will compensate you, no one will give you money, if isn't it? Because they are so young, they don't care about their lives. Because if I will collide or any misfortune will happen, then what will happen in future, they actually don't care. And because of them, the other what I can say passerby, they suffer from consequences. It happened
Yeah.
many times with me.
It is true. It is true because that's why I mentioned that because they don't know value of life. They don't know what is the life. That's why because of youngster, because they're thinking they are hero, they can drive. They are fully confident with riding the bike and something. And this kind of people mostly they get accident and collided and they lost their life also. Mostly this if you read the newspaper, so you can get that bike collided, this car accident, bike accident, this kind of. And also they after
And they,
drinking
I think thousands of trillion, matlab, I can say gallon petrol is consuming every day without any reason, because
Yeah,
maximum number of youngsters they ride bike without any reason. They
yeah,
just go one they just go one place to another place to show others person, to other
yeah,
passerby, that yes, I have bike and I can drive so fast. Look at me,
yeah.
who I
It
am.
is true. It is true. I concur. And because in my village also, because nowadays youngster mostly they love to ride bike, and they however they want to buy bike. It doesn't matter they have money, no money. It doesn't. They will not think about this thing. What type of struggling their family member, their father have money, and no father has money or not. They don't know about that thing. Just they want to buy smart bike, expensive bike as much as they can, give the money. And after buying the bike, they just doing hero panti, like here and there, only roaming, without reason. They wasted their money, all those things. But after 2 or 3 years, they also feel monotonous to ride bike. After
Yes,
that, they
it is
realize
true.
that,
They are wasting their money as well, but they are also polluting the air.
yeah, as well as like they're
Yes,
wasting money, time, there many things.
yes. They are wasting our energy.
Yeah,
Energy, because nowadays energy security is more precious. I think you know about that, about the global strategy, because we are facing two problem when we purchase any petrol, diesel from the other countries, because Russia and Ukraine war is already uh, in action. It has not stopped since 1 year, and we face many problem. Our foreign minister is Jaishankar. He is struggling a lot to purchase petrol and diesel, because we purchase maximum number of petrol diesel from Russia. But when we purchase natural gas from Russia, then at that time USA they do like they condemn on us.
yeah,
So when we are getting this, so we should utilize, we should capitalize our natural gas energy security for the future, for the next generation, without any reason. And in this matter, I'd like to give an example of China. If you will go China, China has a policy that if you want to go like 5 or 6 kilometer, you cannot use your bike or any like petrol diesel vehicle. You have to go by cycle, or you can use only electric vehicle. So
yeah,
this kind of policy can be enacted in our country as well. Like if you are
yeah.
going to market or any other purpose.
Yeah, it should be must, like it should be must, start in the India. So then I think some many thing we can reduce, like pollution. Mostly thing we reduce pollution also.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I agree with that. Na? So, first of all, this petrol and fuel we are importing. We don't have that. That is why we indirectly or directly we are paying a huge amount in other commodity like our daily usage materials. Also, day by day the price is increasing. And recently my son, he went to Europe. What he told me that every day these Europeans, they walk more than 20 kilometers. Wherever they want to go, they walk. 20-25 kilometers is not a big target for them. And what he noticed there, each and every houses they are having 3 to 4 cycles, because short distance they ride. They never use any public means vehicles or personal vehicles. If they want to go a very long distance, they use public vehicles, that like a bus or metro, like that. Very rarely they use their own personal vehicles. That culture, I think, being a very rich country, they are following. They are not destroying their environment. But India, like a large country, and we are very means poorest country, I would like to say. Most of our people are still, they are not getting one time food. But we are behaving like Tata Birla. So we have to bring that culture in India. We are absolutely, we are very far away from that. If you see that culture, we bought ourselves and we are telling our children. Actually, parents, if they follow, sure their children also follow them. first of all, what I tell, I have to follow what is right or what is good for my means society. Sure, my children or my fellow people, they will also follow. So I think today, anyway, we four are gathering here. Let us bring a new habit. Let us bring a new culture. Nowadays, I told you, every day we walk more than 6 kilometers. I ride, you know, that 20 kilometers. So if I do, then my neighbor, they talk about these things, but they never follow. Because the problem is they don't have that awareness. They don't have to be more yeah, vehicle is there. I have money. This type of concept they are building. Actually, it is wrong concept. It is not going to give us any type of positiveness. And we have to spoil our surrounding ourselves. We are killing ourselves.
Yeah, it is true that, and Molai also, he also loves to ride bicycle, me and you also. So we already having this thing. So I
Really.
think we should give to chance also Narayan, because he is waiting
Yeah,
for
really.
you
Why
to
not?
explain. Yeah.
They are keeping
So,
silence so no.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, all.
Very good evening.
Evening.
Okay, okay. I think really, as per my opinion, I think all thing is secure. And either you want to go by train, by foot, cycle, bicycle, or any sector. Because of we should have to believe our mechanism system, our technical system. If I back to 20 years and 30 years before, that time did not have this kind of I think mechanism system. But just now we are very active, our mechanism system and our technology, because all thing I think conducting by sensor. So I think you should not think about that. And so many time we are thinking that our life, and if we want to lose by any incident in our any our life, so that's why we are thinking we are just creating these things, and will which vehicle will be secure in our life. But I want to say that it is totally depend on God, and it is depend on your destiny, and it is depend on your forehead. And if anything awkward incident wrote in your forehead, so I think irresistible and inevitable happened with you. Either you are going by road, and either you are going by train. So nobody can against with this incident. So that's why we should believe our technology, our mechanism system, and we should not think that more about that. You want to go Kolkata or Delhi, anywhere, just you have to take your seat, just you can take rest, and you should not think who will be drive and how will be go there. And if you think that, then you cannot go anywhere, you cannot do anything. Suppose you will be go any hotel anywhere, who makes this food, this is good or bad. So you should not think more that. So that's why it is, if anything happened with you, so definitely and irresistible it will be happen. And if your luck will be good every time, if you take poisons, then it will be convert to nectar. Ah, you cannot die. So that's why I believe totally God and in our. So definitely we should secure. Suppose any, we should not go any middle of the road anywhere, and we should not go and very adventurous driving as you are discussing. So it is not good. It is not good. But as a common person, you should believe our systems. It may be tram, train, bus, auto, anything. Because you should not have many option, I think. So you have to have believe this system. Otherwise, it will be just create a contradictory. And so that's why I believe this system. All sector, I think, all secure. But it is depend on you. Train is going. Why you are? Why you go outside and anywhere? So many person are adventurous. When train is going, they are try to, and what can I say? Pull up in outside and anything. It is not good. When you go these types of activity, definitely anything awkward, full accident will happen with you. But first, you have to believe our mechanism system. I think just now mechanism system is really very strong, and so many time accident happen. If I compare about one few day ago, one accident happened in I think Nepal, and how many flight every day going in whole our universe. So if I compare one incident, so it is nothing. It is nothing. I think it is really endurance. I think really. It is minutely happen. I think, but I think all sector is secure, as my opinion. You have to
Yeah,
compare about.
absolutely right. It is. We have to believe, and that's why I mentioned that we should not fear about anything. Just you can believe
Now,
on yourself. Yeah.
Montu, I just saying one thing. In Kolkata, in one airport, here every day flight landing and I think coming, and I think 203. So one airport, if doing 230 flight every day coming and going, so then how many airport in this world totally? And one
Yeah.
incident happened. Try to compare incident. So I think it is nothing. I think it is nothing. It is
Yeah, it
happening
is
also.
a very common thing. It is part of life. It's
So
happened.
many times we want to go by foot, but so many times we are stumble. Although road is clear,
Yeah.
it is happening now. So ancient it is the same things. But I think we should not, no need afraid, no need contemplation about that.
Yeah, but it is mostly people. I also observe those who are mostly those who are doing hero panti type of those who has others who have no much,
Adventurist.
yeah, no much knowledge about that life. They are not afraid this thing. But those who are very innocent, kind type of people. So they are really. It is the Molay said and Bimlaji also said. Really, it is true. Also, I also observed that they are worried about they can ride very safely their car and they can ride bike, cycle, anything, and they can drive car, bus, anything. But they are worried about because they are driving safely, but another not. So that is the problem. Like
Yes,
suppose
yes.
you are not boozer, but another drunkard. So
Mm.
that is the thing. So that's why it is part of life. We should not fear about anything. Just we should just always try to move towards our step.
Mm.
Yeah. So thank you. I am just stopping this video and further we can continue.